Performance training with Coach Abdullah. This is the one. This is the PEDs and combat sports. It's really PEDs and boxing, but I'm gonna say contact sports because I'm a guy who played college football. Although I can say I didn't do my best, I did pretty good, you know. I did pretty good. I played. My senior year I was third team all conference, which is not special considering how bad out of shape I was my last year. And that's a sad story. Maybe I'll get to that another time because it's an emotional thing, and we're not here to talk about that. But the thing, the reason why I'm putting the two together, because it's a combat sport. I played a sport where guys may use PEDs. I'll say this, that every single guy I played with that had talent that used PEDs, they went to the NFL. I had some workouts. I went to 3 workouts for NFL teams. I didn't make it, and I'm not sad about that. Considering the injuries, considering my size, considering my stats, all of that. There's a whole lot of scenarios, and I have no regrets. It was a learning lesson. It was a beautiful experience in my life. I have some of the most beautiful life lessons playing college football from my coaches and some of the guys I played with. Anyway, the point is, now that I've gotten to this age, when you're playing a contact sport and you're using PEDs, and PEDs are things that make you bigger, stronger, and faster, have more endurance. It's unfair. It's come to the point in fighting, particularly boxing and MMA, to where it's almost become the standard. And in a sport where one punch or one kick can literally change your life, it's wrong. What it is also allowing guys who really don't have the heart to push themselves to their highest level. Now they're allowed into the champion circle, and that's wrong. And sometimes it doesn't even work. First of all, you can put steroids in your body, but steroids ain't gonna toughen up your chin. It's not gonna toughen up your heart either. I think it's sad that Manny Pacquiao and all the things that he's done in this sport, you know, 8-time world champion in 8 different weight classes, but you have to put an asterisk next to his name. And why? We know he's on drugs. When there's no fair playing field in a dangerous sport, I'm sorry, you just can't get the credit. If Ben Johnson broke the world record in the Seoul Olympics against Carl Lewis, running against Carl Lewis, and they took his gold medal away, they gave him a ban, he came back, he tested positive, and they banned him for life. Why can't boxing be the same? Why can't MMA be the same? If we look at the female athletes in MMA, and you're gonna tell me none of those women are on drugs? Just look at them. This whole PED thing, and let me be honest. As far as steroids and human growth hormone, I've never touched it. I have no desire to touch it. Have I taken some PEDs? Yes, I have. In college, I took a PED. It's classified as a PED. Oh, I'll tell you what it is. It's DMSO. I had bone spurs in my ankle in the middle of the season, and I got to play. So at that time, the NCAA had banned DMSO. So technically, maybe it's not a PED, but technically it's a banned substance. So they used DMSO because it's a solvent and it'll take anything in your skin into your bloodstream. And it also helps the red blood cell, white blood cell exchange, so you heal faster. I was taking anti-inflammatories with using DMSO. I used to go through a whole lot of physical therapy just to go to practice and just to play in the game because I had these bone spurs in my ankle, which at the end of the season I had surgery on. Also, I had a knee surgery after the season. I was working out for the NFL scout, training for the NFL scouts. My knee popped, boom, had to have surgery. That's just the life of an athlete. That's my stint on PEDs. I've never taken anything to enhance my competition, to make me bigger, stronger, or faster. I've never done that. I've always grinded it out. If there's a health issue, that's another subject. And nowadays, people are playing with that whole health issue thing. People don't really realize that you can, a doctor's voucher, long as you tell the promoter or whoever is putting on the fight that you're on PEDs, after the fight you test positive, you don't have to say that you're on PEDs. This whole situation with Eddie Hearn and Dylan White, I'll be honest with you, I'm not no psychic or nothing like that. I'm just being honest with you. I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. I was watching him. I've been watching his videos before this fight, and I said, this dude is on something. And I'm gonna tell you guys, a guy that been around like me, I can tell when somebody's on on drugs, whether it's bodybuilding, whether it's an athlete, whether it's whatever. I can tell when you're on drugs. It's just easy. And just a small sidebar: the bodybuilders of today, I'm sorry, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look. I don't know what you guys are using, but it doesn't look good. And the ones that look good, they can't look good like that for a long time. You're talking about a guy. Every summer I was at Venice Beach, at Muscle Beach, seeing people, you know, Craig Munson and some of the WWF guys, Big John Studd, and I can't think of the Junkyard Dog, and all these other different icons. Lou Ferrigno. I met Lou Ferrigno at Venice Beach. Man, I seen, throughout my lifetime, I seen what drugs can do, and I seen what a natural human being can do. So my point is this: for bodybuilders, it looks bad. Let's get back to boxing. I'm sorry, I ranted. You know, it's old age. Anyway, it's so sad that boxing is in this situation, and I ain't gonna lie. It's something about, it's spread it all over, even in America. But it's something about you UK guys, man, and these steroids, bro. I'm just saying, man, I can see a lot of you guys, a lot of you boxers out there in the UK. It's obvious to me. Some of you, it's obvious that you're on drugs. I'm just sorry. I'm just keeping it real. And what does that mean to you as an athlete, and your will and your desire to be number one? What does that mean? Does it mean that you're actually weak? Or does it mean that you're willing to put your health on the line just to say for a moment that you're the champion? That's sad to me, man. That's sad to me, and it's sad that the sport is like that. But we're dealing with personalities, and like one of my favorite boxing trainers, Teddy Atlas, and like my football coaches used to tell me, these kind of sports reveal who you really are. You can't hide from yourself. You know, contact sports reveal who you really are. A lot of sports do. It doesn't have to be contact sport, but it reveals what's inside of you. If you're weak, if you're strong, if you'll cheat to win, if you're respectful, if you honor your coaches, if you listen to your coaches, all of these things are going to reflect themselves later in life, you know. And that's all I have to say. I know I talked a long time. Performance training coach Abdullah. Peace.